Abu Hamza's first court appearance in the United States took less than 10 minutes. He appeared wearing a gray jumpsuit, looking tired from his overnight journey, and without the hook that he normally wears in place of his right hand. Both of his hands and one of his eyes were reportedly lost in an explosion in Afghanistan. Much of his time in the courtroom was spent discussing his medical issues, which the judge promised to address. He'll be back in court on Tuesday to formally respond to the charges. They arrived in the United States under cover of darkness. After a 7-hour flight and an 8-year legal battle, the 5 terror suspects were whisked to 2 separate courthouses to face their charges. The one-eyed cleric, Abu Hamza al-Masri, stands accused of 11 counts, including attempts to set up an al-Qaeda training camp in the U.S. state of Oregon.
He's accused of trying to set up a terrorist training camp here and of trying to sort of plant individuals here to bring out these attacks and training them and indoctrinating them. And so it's one of the cases that will play out, probably one of the last cases, that will play out the al-Qaeda narrative of, was there going to be a cell here that was planning on doing something on a mass scale.
Other suspects include Babar Ahmed, Syed Talha Ashan, Khalid al-Fawaz, and Adil Abdul Bari. Ahmed and Ashan will be tried in Connecticut. On Saturday, they pleaded not guilty to charges they raised funds for terrorists online. Like Abu Hamza, al-Fawaz and Bari will be tried in New York. They allegedly worked closely with Osama bin Laden and faced charges in connection with the 1998 bombings of 2 U.S. embassies in Africa. President Obama has tried to bring other high-profile terror suspects from the Guantanamo Bay detention center to face trial right here in this New York courtroom. But he's been stopped by Congress. Members expressed concern over the cost and the security of a civilian trial. The fact that Abu Hamza is coming here is seen as a victory for those who oppose military trials.
The military commission system, so-called, has yet to be tried, has yet to be tested. Until we test it, it's hard to embrace it in any way. The federal court system has been dealing with terrorism trials for over 2 decades.
While there's satisfaction in the United States that these men will finally be brought to justice, the decision to try them in a civilian court, just blocks from where the World Trade Center once stood, could meet with fierce backlash from the local community and some in Congress. It could also have fallout for President Obama in an election year. Abu Hamza's case is not well known in the United States, but he is one of the last major terror suspects affiliated with Osama bin Laden, who is likely to face a trial in a civilian setting here in the United States. At the same time, another major terror player, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the alleged mastermind of the 9/11 attacks, will be facing his court case in a military setting at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Both cases will continue to be closely watched.